Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is, what is Jason's motives for coming back? There we go. Yes, what is Jason's motives for coming back? He's been gone for a while. Okay, so what's going on? Who is he working for? What is his reasons for coming back? Is he simply trying to protect his family? Is he trying to protect Chase? Is he trying to protect Sunny? Is he actually against Sunny? What is the story behind that? This is what I want to know. Now, tonight we're going to be sitting there talking about we're going to be sitting there talking about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and we actually are going to be having a new soap opera in the near future. So we're going to be talking about that as well. As you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. So, okay, we're good. Let's just do sound check one more time. Make sure we do this. All right. All right, so like I said, as you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Let's see. A shock. I'll get to that mess in a minute. There's my. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's do some roll call and get this live stream started. Cherry Ice Cream is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Melly Mel, my horror queen. How are you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Ron is in the chat, and that's right. Ron is early. Ron, it's always a good day whenever I get to sit there and chop it out with you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. I love it. I gotta sit there and empty out more stuff on my phone. Yes, we're gonna get into all of it because I got some thoughts, obviously. And we're also gonna get into this new show that CBS is going to be talking about. Why the Dolly, how you doing tonight? Francis, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Of course, Black Man, I got something to say. How you doing? Jerry Spoon says, please tell me why people call him Jason Morgan. I thought he was only called Jason and Morgan is his brother's name. That's a really good question. Ron, Phyllis is so effing thirsty. She needs some vitamin D. Please give her some. Oh, Ron. You are too much, Ron. He's not wrong, by the way. You're not wrong, by the way. Desperate, desperate Phyllis. Phyllis says, doing awesome. This gate just made my day. Exactly. Totally. And what's good, Freddie? Freddie. Now, as you know, soap operas has been a dying breed for a hot minute. The fact that we're getting a new soap opera, Brad Bell, step it up. Blackman says new show gives Victoria Rowland and Debbie. What? Victoria Rowland? Okay. All right. Of course, Francis. It's good to see you again, so I'm glad you're here. Jay Blue, I thought of you, Albert, when the scene of Spinelli and his closet apartment showed up on the scene. I'm so confused by the configuration. I am too. I'm like, bro, you got money. Why are you staying there for like? I mean, you can tell that they are using the 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 studio's office, but it's still just so dumb. Okay, well, I look forward to watching it then, Mel. Thank you. And yeah, I look forward to watching it. You know, it's so hard to sit there and try to watch it sometimes, Mel. By the time it comes on, it's like it's usually time for me to go to bed. But I love to try to watch it early. Eagle Fang, of of course, Dex and Josh get all the credit for trying to help Dante, and Sonny will forgive him. Yes, I can see that. He's out of line. Glad she told him not going to happen. Well, Ron, it's a very messy situation. So I understand where the both of you are coming from. Billy says yes, Victoria Rowland needs to be back in daytime. She's just too good not to be seen regularly. I've heard stories, good and bad. And Brenda is in the chat. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you again, Brenda. Me Cobb is in the chat. How you doing, Me Cobb? Why is okay? Eagle fan says the way Nikki drunk sponsor, she just let go die. I'm so sorry, but that was funny as how something out of a cartoon. I mean, Eagle Fang, Steph was an idiot. And this chick was a sociopath, and you turned your back on her. J Blue says Spinelli opened his door and people in tech layer. There's no in between room to his technology. So there's no in between room. Yeah, it's so bad. Jay Blue, I can see if he's working out of a warehouse or something, but that's supposed to be his home. Really? Francis says, can't wait for the new soap. Do you know when it's going to air yet? No, I don't, Francis. But I'll tell you what, though, Francis, when I know, I will definitely when I know, y'all will know. When I know, y'all will know. So that's something because I'm just as excited about that as well. Eagle fan says, never turn your back on anyone. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you turned your back on, I was to tell you, Eagle fan, this dude had one job. You had one job and somehow you messed that up. You were supposed to play along, not confront her. Ron says, Albert, I still think that Everett is telling the truth. I did enjoy his conversation with Marlena. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I don't know. Days was not super great. Autumn. Hey, Albert, I think Jason's motives are to stop Sonny from getting killed. I think he's working on the cover trying to sabotage whoever's trying to kill Sonny. That would make sense. That would make sense. Mecob says, I heard the new soap will air in the fall of 2025. Okay, that's good. Brenda said that's good. Brenda says, I'm doing good, Albert. How are you? I got a question. Why did Jason left Dante? I think he just can't be discovered yet. I think that's just what it comes down to. He just can't be discovered for some odd reason. But I mean, he yeah, I think he just can't be discovered yet. Francis says so that Connor is leaving Wino as a character as Chance. Wonder if what? This is so bad. Are you serious, Francis? I heard he was leaving a while ago, but I'm still just like, wow. I actually like that actor too, Francis. Though he said Days has been pretty slow lately. You can tell they are in a holding pattern. They need to step that ish up. Mel says, I knew that it was going to be Jordan to kill Seth, pushing him. Well, yeah, I mean, you watched it. You watched it a day ahead, so I mean, well, you also probably got your sources too, though. So, Anthony, the number one YouTuber, how you doing, buddy? By the way, the YouTube channel is Friday. Wow, so you're gonna have two YouTube channels. Interesting. Double C, how you doing tonight? Okay, chat. Just as a reminder, because we got like 34 people in the chat. There's one of me. So if I do miss your comment, please do not take it personal. Double C says, I saw your short and agree Brad needs to step his game up. Absolutely. I mean, I've heard stories about how he does not care what anyone says. Like, I mean, I've heard he literally sat there and said, well, I don't care what the fans say. I'm going to sit there and write it the way I want it. Like, okay, all right, bro. You got 1 year. You got way too comfortable. Francis says, so he announced it yesterday, but hopefully not true. I like him too. I really hope he can put Billy in his place. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Yes, Cherry Ice Cream. Make sure you do hit that like button. It really does help. I'm actually gonna check the likes right now because we got 30 something people in the chat, which is awesome, by the way. So I want to thank each and every single one of y'all. We've been actually having a really good crowd, and I'm still shocked. Where are we with the likes? Let me cheat. Okay, we got 16 likes. Awesome. 16 likes, 30 people in the chat. So you enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Renee, how you doing tonight? Freddie says, and Richard, how you doing, my friend? Freddie says, I knew Sonny had Karen stripping and gave her blank, but they must have added this part because I didn't know he slept with her and she was a kid. Yes, exactly, Freddie. I some people snit is saying that is some people snit is saying that they rewrote history, and other people snit is saying that they didn't. Either way, it's pretty bad. Melinda, Jason called Dante by his name because stated to started to recognize him after he got shot. They got the picture of Jason now on video. Yes, they do. And how you doing tonight, Melinda? And ZK, or I think Karen was 18, 19 when she slept with Sonny. Hmm. Yes, and Janetta, how you doing tonight? Or just sexy cat ladies in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. And Dawn, rumors say the guy playing Dante got fired. What? What? Sorry, what? What, Dawn? ZK says no, it was part of the original story with Karen and Sonny. What? Mel, I'm glad you. I can't. Here's the thing, though. Danny made it crystal clear. But here's the thing, though. Danny also admitted that he did kind of string her along. He said that he actually strung her along. Yes, they made it crystal clear, but he admitted he admitted that he strung her along. Jay Blue says, was Spinelli being sarcastic when he made his comment? I cherished the compliment when she said he knew how not to get traced. Brenda said, Albert, did Jason got shot too, or was that? No, he got shot. Brenda. Apparently, when he shot his partner also shot him or tried to shoot Dante. But yes, the guy he was working with did shoot him. But it was just weird, Brenda, because I didn't even see him get shot. Justin, Olivia's doing it to Sonny again. Does she not know it's the parents' responsibility to look after their son? Yeah, Justin. Olivia was definitely out of pocket. She pissed me off actually. She was definitely out of pocket. Ron says, Albert, why did Jordan set arson and burn Victoria's house down? Because she's a sociopath. That's why, because she's a sociopath. Big Samuel's in the chat. Yes, I heard the gates. I'm looking forward towards that. Samuel, how you doing tonight? J Blue says John found Spinelli from what I saw in the previews tomorrow. Yes, he's gonna pull that FBI card and be like, yo, listen, I want that footage. Xander, do you think Morgan returns? I hope so. Xander. Also, let's give Xander a warm welcome. Let's everyone welcome Xander into the chat. Seriously. Francis says, how did you like Sunny's reaction to seeing Jason? Do you really think he was surprised? He had a weird look on his face. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, thank you, Francis. He didn't have that. Wait, what? Like, he didn't have that total shock look like, Yeah, that was actually kind of surprising. Thank you for noticing that, Francis. Good to have you in the chat. And how you doing tonight, Danny? And CJ Love, how you doing tonight? Samuel says, and I'm glad they are putting it on a network that can keep it on. Only CBS can make this happen. Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, it's good to see you, Samuel. Justin says, I bet don't forget that Olivia knew Dante was Sonny's son. Exactly, Justin. And she didn't say anything the first time, so she's partly responsible. Brenda says, Letitia, how you doing tonight? I mean, Latasha. Letitia. Letitia, I think. Brenda says, do you think Jason will go? Yeah, definitely, Brenda. She's a nurse. She's a nurse. Of course she's gonna sit there. Of course she's gonna sit there and go to her. Freddie says, my God, so many new people out there. You've been on the roll lately. Yeah, it's I'm shocked, Freddie. I'm still shocked. But Freddie, that's what happens. I like to sit there and think that's what happens when you sit there and try to get rid of the drama in the chat. Also, me not drinking so much and not letting it go too far definitely does help. Michael, as Danny said in an interview with Soap Digest, that Danny is madly in love with Christina, and that's his future love. Oh, that's good. For the people that like Danny, um, Freddie says it's mind blowing in a good way. It is, Freddie. Trust me, I'm still taking it in. It's been a while. Samuel says these networks are realizing these talk shows don't work without soap operas. Darby, what's good, Darby? And how you doing tonight, Laura B? Oh, Ron, that's right. I am responsible. Thank you for shouting me out. Francis says the new soap will probably replace the 12. No, they're gonna move it forward. They're gonna move it to 3 o'clock. Francis, whatever from what I heard, they're gonna move it to 3 o'clock. Melinda says, where did the guy body go in the river and it will be floating down the river? That's a very good question. Danny says, doing good. I've been enjoying GH again because of Jason's return. Yes, it's a good day. Danny, did you start your TikTok? I know, Makai. I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. I'm just trying to take it in. Freddie says Albert got passion. Yeah, that's right, Freddie. I got passions canceled. So, Freddie, if you like passions, you can sit there and be upset with me. I totally understand that. And thank you, Mikai. I mean, thank you, Mikai. Mikab. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a part of it. Yeah, Danny. I mean, yeah, Don. There's so many questions. There's so many questions to how he got back. How is he still alive? Someone says, why do you keep saying Albert got passions canceled? Well, Samuel, apparently, yeah, you got to ask Ron that. Ron says that I got passions canceled. But he says, why are you to blame, Albert? Because I'm a very petty person. I don't like seeing people happy. So because of that, I got it canceled. Going to Ron. Yeah, it really wasn't out of Ron. Ron, why don't you tell the chat how I got passions canceled? Okay? That's what I need you to do, Ron. I need you to sit there and tell the chat how I got passions canceled. What the Justin says either Sam will be pissed at Jason he didn't shoot Dante with someone else, and people are not going to be happy with Jason either. I can believe that. I can believe that, Justin. I mean, Olympia was out of pocket, so yeah. I know, Mel, you did. That's good. I mean, I didn't really do much for me, but I'm glad you're happy about it. Freddie says, but blaming you though doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does, Freddie. You didn't know that I'm a very petty and spiteful person? I mean, Freddie, think about it. I may not have the power of Victor Newman, but I still have power. Billy says, I've got us the gates to make up for past. See? There we go. There we go. See? I just had to flip it around. So you're welcome. I got gates on. The passions had to die, though. Justin says, Albert and Sam is going to think he shot Dante to get back at her for leaving him for Dante. Her and Dante have no chemistry in the first place. And I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't make Sam that stupid. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just hope that they don't. I doubt that, Francis. I mean, I don't have any use for her, so I wouldn't sit there and be like, Freddie says, nah, you're nice. See, you can't say that, Freddie, because, well, I am nice, but I got a reputation to keep. I got a reputation to keep. No, Freddie, they're not doing that. Okay, so this is the reason according to Ron. Ron says, yes, Albert got Passions canceled because he was jealous of Tabitha having baby Endora, so he started a petition with Nikisha, and they protested that she was too old to get pregnant. So yeah, that's why I got it canceled. All right. So according to Ryan, me and Nikisha wasn't happy. I don't know why he's putting Nikisha in this, but okay. That's the official answer, people. Singer says, I'm surprised another world got canceled before days. What is that? Francis says, I don't think Sam was that emotional over Dante being shot. Yeah, there wasn't really any. Thank you, Francis. There wasn't really any tears, any franticness, or anything like that. You're spot on. Lord B says, not sure how Nikisha is getting blamed. Oh, Lord B, Nikisha was actually here yesterday. She was shocked by that too. Then he says, have not made a TikTok, but look to get one soon and just been busy lately. Okay, well, I look forward to it though. I look forward to it though. Renee says Sonny wasn't a very likable person back in the day, but Karen did not. Karen did have a lot of issues going on. I was watching back then, and I don't remember him forcing her to do anything. Well, forcing or coercing, you know. I mean, he might have sat there and be like, "Hey, listen, if you take this candy, it may, they do something for you," which sounds slimy as hell. Billy says Days was pretty popular around that time. Another world got canceled. It was 90s peak days. Me Cobb said, I agree. I see Fair Samantha more emotional when Jason got shot back in the day. Yes, exactly. That's what I was like. ZK said Brenda's song. ZK says, let's talk, please say it isn't so. What ain't so? Cat Lady says, Ava and Sunny is about to be more than enemies or friends or co parents. Yeah, you know they going there. You know they going there, Cat Lady. Sarah says, Another World was a better soap opera than Days, in my opinion. Okay. I never watched this, so I can't really speak too much on it, but Jay Blue says, I think Sam was being reserved with her emotion because she's been in that situation before. Hmm. Ron says, Albert, I heard that next week that Tate gets re-arrested thanks to Crooked EJ, the mayor. He needs to get fired ASAP. It is messed up, but I also kind of don't give a damn about Tate because of how he treated his parents. What the? Freddie says, question for you, Albert. So, are you still a fan of Sunny After 9? Yeah, I'm not too sure if I could be a fan of his at this point, Freddie. I'm 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 still shocked by that. Like there's a lot, Freddie. There's a lot I can get over. That that might be going too far. I'm gonna be honest, Freddie. That was. Oof, I don't know about that. Melinda says once they realized he lost his memory, the bad people used it to go after Sonny because they knew he was his enforcer. Makes sense. Susan, why didn't Sam go to Dante when he was stopped at the elevator and was on? That's actually a really good question, Susan Russo. Also, Susan, thank you for joining. But yes, that's actually a good question. Freddie says for me now, I'm not sure that was yeah, exactly, Freddie. I was trust me, Freddie, when I found that out in a live stream, I was like if you saw my review, I was stunned. I was like, ooh, that's kind of bad. And yes, like Laura B says, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. And Susan, it's actually good to see you. Yeah, like I said, Samuel, he dropped some stuff. I was like, wow. Ron says, Albert, what did you think when Stephanie hugged Chad and Everett walked in? Um, I don't know. It's just a whole messy situation. I never saw those two actually working out. Um, the whole friendship thing, I guess, is fine. They should just been friends from the beginning. Susan says, I enjoy these live chats. Appreciate not being asked to pay your bills. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. No, you're not going to get that from me, unlike some people. Um, I think that might have been the best comment of the night. I appreciate that. Thank you, Susan. Samuel, Samuel said, I've been telling y'all Sonny and Carly are complete trash. I've been saying that for a very long time. Since you've been in this chat, you've been saying that for a minute. I'm still trying to get over that comment. Jay Blue said they were all standing around the gurney, but Olivia was the one that touched Dante. Maybe Sam was giving Olivia her time. Maybe. Maybe. Brenda says, Albert, how do you feel about how AJ blackmailed Stefan by taking all his Damaris shares from did you see the stupid look on yeah, it was Brenda, at first I was like, bro, you're going too far. Because I'm like, I get that you don't like Stefan, but you don't want him killed. And I think, his father would be appalled if something did happen to Stefan. But taking his shares and his money and everything, oddly, I was actually okay with that. Because not that long, him and Gabby was plotting against him to take everything. So I'm kind of just like, yeah, that's pretty fitting. So I'm actually okay with that. Freddie says, Albert, now if Karen would have been 21 because from that age that considered fully a grown, now if Sonny would have slept with her at that age, maybe I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely it's jarring. And then Freddie, you heard his response. He was like, Oh, I just want to sit there and try to help her by listening to her. I'm like, how does that even make sense? That's something that a predator would say. Ron says, "What the F was Paulina smoking when she approved?" She was in her feelings like usual. Spencer, this episode is pretty good. Seems like Jason covered is definitely blown because now Sonny knows and Spinelli and Ava knows. So I wonder what Sonny is going to do. Will he be going to Sam? Spencer, I think what you call is going to know too. Maxie. Maxie, don't forget Maxie. Kelly says, hold up, it's a lot of Sunny hate going on here. Nah, nah, don't let GH win. They are trying to make things seem awful than it was. Okay, so but that's the thing though. I don't know which version is true. John told this horrific story. See, exactly. Now ZK Smith is saying she was 21, but John said that she was underage. So from what it sounds like, they rewrote history. The thing is, though, if this is the new history of Sonny, it's still bad. That's the thing. If that's his new history, that he slept with an underage person, girl, and he fed them candy, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Like there's no way around that. Okay, that means that he's well, we all know what that is. Billy says it was kind of stupid of AJ to do that now. Stephen basically offered him all of that stuff from the jump. If AJ took the offer earlier, Holly, ooh, Billy has a good point. LaShawn says Danny doesn't want to be with Phyllis. He has Cricket to go to the tour with him. Yeah, LaShawn. I'm like, Phyllis, and yet she still wants to sit there and rage. Yeah, she still wants to sit there and have war. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Phyllis just looks more dumb and east and every time. How you doing, LaShawn? Dolly says Karen was underage at the time. That was the big issue of the story. Okay, so Dolly said that Karen was underage from the start, and Cat Lady Smith is saying that they rewrote it. So I need to ask the people in the chat: is it a rewrite? Yeah, see, J Blue, you got it, but you know why I got to sit there and say that. You know exactly why I got to say that though. That Maximus horror film is coming, and I never actually saw the first one, but I'm always down for horror movies though. Yeah, Ron. I said, it's funny. I said the same thing, Ron. I was like, "Boo, Lee, you wrecked your home. Stop giving this man marital advice, and you couldn't even keep your own husband." Freddie says, "Nah, new history or not, but if this is true, I cannot be a fan of a grown man sleeping with an underage girl." See, and that's what I was going to sit there and say, Freddie. Regardless of people sitting there saying that it's a rewrite or not, right now, that's the new history. And Wink says it's not a rewrite. Sonny was a scumbag. And see, I can't even sit there and defend that. Hell, I can't even sit there and say as much as I like Sonny because now I'm just like, Brenda says they both need to leave Karen's name out of it. The girl is not alive to defend herself, but yeah, Sonny has no business to sleep with an underage girl, but he already went to jail for that. Hmm. And see that just brings into a much more uglier chat. But yeah, it's like even if you did go to jail for that, you did that, you get out, are people really gonna sit there and look at you the same? Sammy says, now y'all don't like Sunny, don't switch teams. Well, Sammy, people are allowed to change their minds. Renee says, I don't remember Karen being underage, but she was young. And Cat Lady is coming in with those alien emojis. Kelly says Karen was 17 when she met Sunny. After her birthday, 18, she started working. Check your stuff. GH dropped the ball. GH dropped the ball. Because Wink Wink is Smith is saying that it's not a rewrite. And Cat Lady Smith is saying that it is a rewrite. J Blue says that means no one can be rehabilitated. Well, that's the thing, J Blue. It's I'm just saying. I see both sides of the argument. Like, let's put it this way, J Blue. For some people, there's certain things that some people can't look past. And like you, rehabilitation is possible. Now, I do believe that with some people that actually do the work. But um, I didn't really think any of it, Ron, to be honest. I was just kind of like, okay, he's there. I mean, didn't really matter one way or the other, to be honest. Didn't really think too much. I kind of just really didn't care, for me to be honest. Exactly, exactly. Cherry ice cream. Hmm. Well, at least everyone's basically saying he's been keeping that same energy. Kelly says it's a show. I'm not going to base this off of real life morals. Hmm. See, and wink, wink is yeah. And Dolly says Sunny was putting teenage girls on a pole back in the day. Alyssa, how you doing tonight? Hope you had a good day. Jay Blue says I get that. Sunny even said he would have done things differently if he had to again. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I can see both sides of it, you know. Um, like I said, I did think that Olivia was out of pocket. That's something I will sit there and say. And she did apologize, you know. Well, yeah, of course, that would be gross, Ron. I agree with that. I didn't actually have one bite of this yet. Damon says in the blank Sonny gave Karen, she became addicted to them. See, exactly, and that's another thing. That's another thing, Damon, because let's just sit there and say she wasn't underage. He still got her hooked on something that caused the downfall of her life. And that's a scumbag thing in general. Simon says Sonny is only saying it because he got called out in front of people. AE, what's good? How you doing tonight? Kelly says, nah, GH ain't gonna mess me up with my guy, Sonny, Sonny and Jason. Kelly is like, nope, I ain't doing it. Brenda says, but times change. Sonny is not the same guy anymore, just like Luke Spencer. Ooh, Luke Spencer. Hmm. Ooh, Brenda. That's another one. What's good, A? It's really good to see you again. Yeah, don't burn that dinner, J Blue. Because see, unlike me, when I burnt my dinner, it wasn't my fault. Jakaris, how you doing tonight? I saw your review. Actually, tell you the truth, I saw both of your reviews. Do one. Oh, wink, wink. No, I agree with that. Kelly says, OMG, it's a show. Why are they putting real Feelings in these soap operas sleeping with young girls. Now people upset. All them girls are young. Oof. Jakaris, I'm actually very happy. How do you feel about it? Duan says, Abby, you still. Well, actually, Duan, no, it's true though. I'm just meant to saying, well, my situation was different because we all, Duan, even she knows that. Simon says, if the gate comes with that heat, I may have to retire GH. Hmm. Yeah, no, Freddie, trust me, it's a very moral. I get it, my friend. I get it. Trust me, I'm still good. I'm glad they had you, Curtis. It's a good time to be so. It's a good time. It's a good time to be a Soul fan. And Alyssa, I can't wait to see the gate. I believe it will. Well, Alyssa, I'm very happy. Yeah, Alyssa, I am. Alyssa, I'm going to be watching 5 soap operas now. Oof, 5 soap operas. Renee says Jace does a lot of rewrites, and I don't like it. They did that crap with Sam, made her character into a totally different person. Yeah, they do. That's very true. That's very no. You're very right about that. Darby said Jess wasn't even in your kitchen. Darby, you know she's still distracting me though. Yep, Francis, I agree with that. I I I agree 100% with that statement. Cool. I look forward to it then. Jakaris. Kelly says she should. Yeah, Duan, they're actually doing another soap opera on CBS called The Gates. There we go. Called The Gates. Rich, prominent black family. Samuel says that The Gates does well. Watch ABC come out with a black soap opera called Hmm. Alyssa, yes, me too. I will heavily watch Y&R B&B Days, and The Gates. GHS messed me unless a certain character is on. Wait, Cat Lady, you didn't know about The Gates? Every says where you daydream adjustment. No, but I had a lot of pressure though. Had a lot of pressure. Remember, Darby, I was simply trying to impress her, so that was her fault. That was the problem, Darby. I was trying to impress her, so it was her fault. So, Cat Lady, they're coming out with a new soap opera on CBS called The Gates. Something about a prominent, rich, powerful black family, and it's gonna have Victoria Rollins. I heard. So yes, that's what I know about. It's gonna have Victoria Rollins in it. It's funny. Listen, I said the same thing too. That's right, Carson. Yeah, people are still whining and complaining about it. Uh, Currently, from what I understand, it may be at 2 o'clock. So they're gonna push. I heard they're gonna push the talk to 3 o'clock. Well, I hope it's better than Empire, Duane. Ace says, I wonder what time it will be on. I hope. Yeah, LaShawn, and CJ just said we don't have to just pick one soap opera to watch. I want all of them to win. That's true, CJ Love. That's very true. No, Ron. No, I didn't. I didn't see Cardi B. I don't really listen to a lot of Cardi B's music, to be honest. Wayne says as long as Tyler Perry and his wings uninvolved, I'll watch the gates. Hmm. Ambassador Sam, the GOAT, how are you doing tonight? Oh my god, we actually have 52 people in the chat. Dave, how you doing tonight? After all these years of them being put out, yep. Dave, we're gonna have a fifth. Yeah, we're gonna have a fifth. Duan says take the talk off the air or put it on at 4 p.m. Well, they're gonna move. I heard they're gonna move it. Renee says Olivia got on my yes, Kathleen. And Jonathan's in the chat. Jonathan, did you get a chance to read my email? And yes, like Kathleen says, make sure you hit that like button because it really does actually help. Renee says Olivia got on my nerves today talking about Dante would have never got shot. Renee, I told Olivia she needs to shut the F up forever. Yeah, she got on my nerves also. Dave says, what's new soap name? The Gates. That's the name of the soap, Dave. It's gonna be called The Gates on CBS. And Kyrie's the one and only. Kyrie's you doing a live stream tonight? Brenda says, Albert, did you see Liam run over to Steph? Yep, like a snake, exactly. He couldn't wait. That's exactly what Finn said too. Brenda, Finn was like, bro, you wasted no time going over my wife's place. And of course, I'm like, Liam, how you gonna sit there and say that he's a bad husband when you were a bad husband? Okay, Gary, it's good. Okay, well, Jonathan, let me know what time works for you. Krista, yeah, how you doing tonight? Yeah, no, Jonathan, let me know what time works for you, though. I just put 2 o'clock because I was like, I wasn't too sure, but no, Jakars, no, I didn't watch those soaps back in the day. By the time I started watching soaps, that's when most of them was like going off the air. The only soap that I watched was One Like to Live in Port Charles. A says, I'm afraid they will kill off Dante. It will open an arc for Jason and Sunny's feud and Drew and Sam's reunion. Okay, that works. That works, Jonathan. 4 o'clock works for me. I'm cool with that. I can see that playing out too. I can see it playing out just like that. That works for me. All right, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, Jonathan. LaShawn says if Jason Morgan's going to go to Elizabeth's house so she can help him, now he has been shot. Yes, that's that's exactly what a lot of fans are saying. Freddie says, I mean, Nina kept getting in Alexa's way, like move. Yes, I get that, but I'm like, Alexis, you don't own this paper. Yeah, Jonathan, I put a short out about it. It's called The Gates. I'm like, Freddie, you don't own this paper. Nina does. You need to sit there and seriously calm your ass down. Krista says, could the Gates be why B&B only got 1 year renewal? Could this be a replacement or a new addition to the lineup? So many possibilities. What? Let's everyone say what's up to DC. Let's everyone say what's up, DC. How you doing, my friend? Mel says I got good news that found Destination 6. Ooh, that is good news, Mel. That is good news. Sarah says I think the gays will do well because the other soaps have failed to build fully realized characters and family of other races on the show. The gays is going to bring daytime back. Have a good night, Kyrie. Thank you for joining. No, actually, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't get any text. I will text you though. Yeah, DC. You miss a little bit, you miss a lot, but I want to sit there and, well, I will text you tonight. I want to see what that text is. And yeah, we got a new soap opera, DC. We got a new soap opera that's going to be coming to CBS about a prominent rich black family. What a time to be a soap opera fan. Brenda says, I do hope Dante will be fine. No, I think he will okay. But I heard Chase told Anna about something about Dante bulletproof vest. Yes, piercing armor rounds that they said. No, DC 2025 next year. No, what I understand it's going to be next year. That's what people are saying. But so DC that means that, like I said, I'm going to be watching 5 soap operas. Darby says, Albert, I saw Dune Part 2 on Tuesday. It was great. It will wash the taste out of. Ooh, Darby, I still got to see the first one though. Still got to see the first one. Johnson says, so the Gate's going to be the first soap opera to have a blue. Yep. Kind of sad that it took so long, if you're going to be honest, Jonathan. But that's, yeah, CJ. Fall 2025. Well, like I said, Jonathan, I heard Victoria Rowland is actually going to be um in it somehow. Victoria Rowling and somebody else. All right, DC, thank you for joining. It's good to see you. And yeah, we definitely got to sit down and talk. He says, I think Bold is going down the toilet. Going down? I thought it's been down the toilet. Yeah. From what I heard, DC. Amber, how you doing tonight? That makes sense, Mel. I mean, he was in the other one, so. Johnson says maybe the actors who played Jess and Angela from AMC could be in it. Maybe. Well, that's what I was Nick was saying. I was like, it's going down the toilet. It's been down the toilet. He says I meant down CBS toilet. Okay. But yes, have a good night, DC. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you. Pretty says like, okay, it's business. Alexa was trying to find new about Dante being shot, and dingbat Nina kept blocking until she knew. Hmm. To be fair, I heard. I don't know if I don't know if Alexis knew it was Dante that got shot, because I think she would have said something. Susan says I read that CPS will be working with NAAC, and the showrunner is Michelle. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know who that is, but I'm just happy for so many reasons. Big Nate was good. We got a lot of new stuff that's going on. Johnson says, I never thought I would see the day that a new daytime soap would get announced. Me either. Francis says, seen rumors Sheila's going back to Y&R. Hmm, well, that could be interesting. Wingren says both started going down the toilet when they made Brooke and Steffi, Stephanie, not Steffi, the OG friends. What was Brad Bell thinking when they wrote that mess? Oh, it's Brad Bell. So it's Brad Bell. And yeah, at this point, I don't even question him at this point. Why not, Jonathan? I would say, honestly tell you, Jonathan, I would sit there and say go for it. Really, A. That Sheila's actually going to be on Y&R. Hmm. And they have took a break from the Zende stuff. So I wonder what that's, they're going to bring that back up, and well, that's going to be something else. I'm saying. I already know that's already another controversial storyline that's going on. Why do you think it's too late? Why do you think it's too late now, Samuel? I still can't believe that Liam was sent that bad mouthing Finn about being the bad husband. I'm like, bro, you've been a bad husband for years. Like, what are you talking about? How you gonna sit there and say Spencer says yes because Luna will be pregnant? Who's the daddy? Yeah, they're gonna do that. Which I mean, it is classic soap opera. Ooh, wank wank. Yeah, I do want to see how Lily's gonna sit there and rake the coals with Daniel and Heather. Gave both gave both of them jobs, and that's how they want to sit there and choose to act. And you're right, Duane. Deacon didn't check those toes like he should have. Okay, I look forward towards that. Thank you, Ron. But yeah, they're gonna bring it back. They're gonna bring it back. You just gotta wrap up that Netflix show. That Dune 3 is on the horizon, but have to air. It had to be all. Ah, well, yeah. I mean, I never actually saw the first two, so Francis says classic soap opera having a baby and never show it to just suddenly an adult. Yeah. Well, Jonathan, I would watch it. Simon says when YNR had the momentum to do it, they didn't. They could have had YNR characters interact with B&B characters, but they dropped the ball. Now nobody cares. Hmm. Yes, like Freddie said, make sure you hit that like button because it really does actually help. Um, where are we with the likes? Oh yeah, I forgot that's how my voice sounds. Awesome. It's pissing me off. Okay, we got 33 likes. Yes, 47 people in the chat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Freddie. So yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Trevor said Jason probably going to get the blame. Yes, exactly. Trev. No, it's not Trevor voice, but that's exactly what a lot of people are saying. So, Ron, I can see that. See, that would make more sense than a baby story. Yes. Trevor. Yes, I can see that. Krista says my mom moved in 3 days. I'm so ready. Today was wow. I forgot. Yeah, you're still actually helping. No, I'm gonna try to watch it tonight. Trailer for Long Legs. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight. Um, Thank you for reminding me though, because I actually do want to watch it. Too bad they don't do that now, though, Jonathan. Such waste of potential. Um, but how are you doing tonight, Trey House? I'm gonna have to learn how to pronounce your name because I keep calling you Trey Voice, and I'm like, your name is not Trey Voice. Um, but yeah, Jonathan, just a complete not a waste of an opportunity. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, I give Ron his credit when he every now and then he'll make some sense. Freddie says Cody and Sasha should stop acting like high school kids and that they have feelings for each other. Yeah, I like I said, Freddie, I Trevon, Trevon, Trevon. I think that's how you pronounce it. Francis says, does anyone know if Days is leaving Peacock to come back? No, I doubt that because here's the thing, Francis. That show was going to get canceled. That show was going to get canceled if it didn't go to Peacock. Ron says, why did Jack impregnate Sheila? Because Lee is a spoiled brat. Lee's a spoiled brat? I mean, Lee is a home wrecker. I'll sit there and say that. She didn't wreck her home. Oh, like Trevor St. John. Okay. Trevor. Thank you, Jonathan. What would I do without you, Jonathan? Well, I look forward to seeing him now. Thank you. Trevor St. John. Thank you. I am so sorry I kept messing up your name. I have a history of messing people's names up, so thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you. Have a good night, Krista. Thank you for joining. You are an awesome daughter. So, yeah, exactly, Lorby. I would not sit there and say a spoiled brat. She's pretty much what you said. Yes, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you. And yes, have a good night, Krista. Krista said Trina is off rotating after being front burner for a while. Oh yeah, no, of course not, Krista. No, she deserves her break. She definitely deserves her break and her rest. So I really do hope that I really do hope that she enjoys it. But yes, it was good to see you, Krista. Susan said this week writing of GH has been giving me hope for the future of GH. I've been loving it. I've been loving it. I can sit there and say that. Ron says, Albert asked the question in this chat if Lee needs some vitamin D or water. She needs something. I wouldn't sit there and say, well, yeah, she actually does need some vitamin D. Like, I can't even sit there and try to like, yeah, yeah, she does. She does. But here's the thing though, wink wink. She is still a young actor. Here's the thing. She's a great actor. I think once she does the crying scenes, once she nails that, she'll be gold. She will be gold. Because I know a lot of older actors that can't do crying scenes. So yeah, yeah, she definitely does need a man. Freddie says Maxie was right about one thing. Cody and Sasha want her and Spinelli to work it out again. But how about you? Exactly. I will agree to that. I will agree to that, Freddie. You want to talk that talk and back it up. I'm also kind of annoyed that Maxie keeps sitting there whining about the same thing. Because even Cody was like, he's not a bad guy. Like he did something to help you. His heart was in the right place. Trevor says, I can't wait until tomorrow to see what Jason says. What Sonny says. I like Sonny and Jason. Um, Johnson says, do you think EJ will finally stop pinning the crime when Tate when he? Nope, nope, nope. Jonathan, I think he's still going to sit there and pin it. Well, like I said, to be fair, I'm not surprised because again, a lot of older actors can't cry, they can't do crying scenes. So, but here's the thing, what she lacks in that she's solid in everything else. So I will give her that. Now, Wink Wink says the actress who plays Kiki on GH had the same issue, but she got classes now. YNR, yeah, yeah, it should be fun once she's able to do that. Unlimited just finished watching GH. What'd you think of it? Johnson says, "What if Holly tells AJ to drop the charges?" I still don't think that she will. I still don't think that she will. I still don't think that he will. I mean, Jonathan, he was almost willing to let his brother die. Brenda says, "I never like passions. No way. I'm with you, Albert." Well, Brenda, like Ron said, I was the person that got it. I was the person that got passions canceled. So Brenda, Ron is right. I don't know why he keeps throwing Nikisha under the bus, though. Ron, you need to sit there and put all the blame on me. That's what you need to do. Unlimited says it's my understanding that most actor classes don't teach you how to cry on command. Oof, she's in some trouble then. I don't know. I don't know, A. I've seen a lot of actors that could sit there and do a lot of other things. I don't know. I don't know. Princess says, I hope Sonny retires. Dex says he probably helped save Dante. Or rehires. Want to see Dex and Jason working together for Sonny. See, that would be what's up. That would be what's up. I would definitely want to see that as well, Francis. Well, like I said, I hope that she can overcome that. Wink Wink says, I remember Passions. Portia had the same. Yes, I saw a clip of that. I saw a clip of that on Karius's live stream. Brenda says Sam doesn't seem emotional about Dante being shot because she's used to having men in her life being shot. For example, Sonny, Jason, Drew, and now Dante. I mean, I get it on one sense, but on the other sense, it is a little jarring though. Orby said, okay. Element says, so does she look different to anyone else from a filming perspective? I would actually have to sit there and look at it. Never noticed it. He says, not on a soap opera. They spend half their career crying. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, like I said, the guy who plays Roman on Days of Our Lives, and Steve, who's been doing this for a very long time, they're horrible at crying scenes. They're good actors, but they're horrible at crying scenes. And he'd been on that show for years. That's why I'm just sitting there looking at it, being like, I mean, she's not the best at crying scenes. I will sit there and say that. I stand by that. But if she can work on it, I think she would be solid. So, oh, you don't watch Days? Okay. Well, let's just put it this way. Um, they've been on that show for a long time. That's just in general. They've been on the show for a long time. ZK says, "Will Sonny take Dex back into the fold?" Probably for saving Dante. Well, for helping Dante. Like, all right. Have a good night, Francis. Thank you for joining. It was great to see you again. Paris King says Spencer was a great crier. Yeah, he killed it. Yeah, I mean, the actor, he always goes 100%. So, Eliminator says it's funny how today it was armor piercing bullets because they knew yesterday. Yes, it's funny, Eliminator, because I sat there, I was like, oh, okay, it's funny. You could have said that yesterday too, but whatever. But yes, have a good night, Francis. Freddie says Spinelli is weird a lot of times, but he is not on the level of Peter. Yeah, the fact that she said that was definitely out of pocket. But again, her whining about the situation is still out of pocket. Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt that. She's been doing it for a while, so that makes yeah. Johnson says if it comes out that AJ knew about the trafficking, not only would Nicole be upset at him, but Holly would be. Yeah, no, I agree with that. They're both going to be pissed. No, eliminate. She's definitely not, and it's just annoying. Brenda says, I still don't trust Everett. He seems sneaky to me. Hmm. Okay, I respect that, Brenda. I don't know. I guess me, I just like, hmm, I respect that. Winkler says the guy who was able to cry the best was Nicholas Tyler. Him and Sonny are the best guys and soaps who cry. R.I.P. Yes. Angela, and I say the good Angela, the good Angela. It was Sonny trying to cry for me. Let's everyone say what's up to the good Angela, the good and awesome Angela. Unlike the other one that I don't talk about much, that's built like a damn iPhone charger. LaShawn said Chance and Summer Love scene was impassioned like Hope and Thomas. LaShawn, I heard that the actor's leaving. The actor is leaving. I'm like, what the gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. It's good to see you. Susan says, well, to be fair, Patch only has one. Jesus Christ. Uh, Unlimited, the actor who plays Chance on The Young and the Restless is leaving. Yep, I stand by that. Wink, wink. I stand by that. Is 10 toes down. Yeah, Jenny. You know, I fast forward through that. I fast forward through that. But see, the thing is, Angela knows who I'm talking about. Brenda says females are grown at age 18, not 21. Hmm. Hmm. Well, yeah, Freddie. No, she goes in that. That's true, Mel. She is as well. Johnson says, and I guess Summer will be available for Kyle again. Yeah, if they don't recast them. Hey, says Chance has no storyline. They don't know what to do with him. Yeah, you can tell when they put him into when they put him into the corporate world. Oh yeah, he's a cop. Let's put him behind a desk in the corporate world because that makes sense. Freddie says built like an iPhone charger. Freddie, listen, I'm not letting that itch go. I am not letting that itch go. Freddie, I will be that petty. Susan says Brooke on B&B can teach Trina the one-eyed, the one-eyed tear. Hmm. Angela says I lost all kinds of emotion, crying or anything when Olivia came. Yes, Angela, I rose to her in my review, and somebody gave me a dislike for that. I mean, dead ass serious. Somebody actually gave me a dislike because, oh Lord, babe, I'm just petty. Yeah, and I stand by that. Yeah. Bobby, she really pissed me off. I'm not even gonna joke about that. She really annoyed the hell out of me. Oof. All I'm gonna say is I could see they don't write for him, and I don't know, and I don't watch Wanda regularly. It's a legacy character without the family ties. No one has really taken the character over the way it would something be done. Hmm. I don't know. I was we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one. You know me, I like the actress. I gotta keep it real. Element says, well, they did the same thing with Nate, but the actor is making it work. He has chemistry. Yeah, Element, but also when Nate was working, he was doing administrative work. So it wasn't that much of a stretch for him to go from doing administrative work, being a doctor, to him working in the business world. With Chance going from being a cop, chasing down suspects, to dealing with office politics, yeah. Ron says, Albert, if you went to a fan event and will you be embarrassed? I wouldn't be embarrassed. I wouldn't be embarrassed. I would sit there and say they are embarrassing to other fans. They're making other fans look bad. He says, honestly, I only like Audrey and Tucker scenes. The rest is snooze. Well, yeah, hey, I mean, it's Sergeant Tucker. I mean, come on. Angela says, what legacy character on Weiner that they don't know how to write for? I don't think that Nina Christine Chance or Danny, it's no need for them. Hmm. Have a good night, Ambassador Sam. It was really great to see you. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Wayne says Chance talking to his mom about his job was like listening to a kindergarten. Yeah, but like I said, wink, wink. It's just it's so out of pocket to sit there and put him from. Yeah, and people in the chat is right. They didn't know what to do with what you call it. They didn't know what to do with Chance. It still sucks that the actor is leaving them. Freddie says, "I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny seeing Cyrus being scared as f when Heather came in with whatever weapon that was. It was in her hand at the chapel and got yo. Listen, the fact here's the thing, Freddie. The fact that I think somebody how did nobody not hear Heather being as loud as she was in that chapel? Another soap opera reviewer that did a live stream this morning was there saying that like I just don't understand how you sit there making all that noise. Nobody heard that except for what you call it. Unlimited said Chance has never been a well written or well received character. It's 50-50. Actors and writers, damn. Oh, Susan, it was a hacksaw. That's what they called it, Susan. It was called a hacksaw. Johnson says all four associates can be dealing with a major villain with B&B. It was Sheila. YNR is Ann Jordan. With Days is Clyde, and with GH is a mystery villain. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Teresa, I'm just like, this chick is not there yelling damn near at the top of her lungs. I'm like, are you kidding me? Angela says maybe the chapel is on a different floor at the end of the hallway. Maybe. You gotta explain it somehow. But Susan, I mean, it's a hospital, so she could have just went in any one of the operating rooms and got a hacksaw. Alyssa, I would sit there and think it might be um Sheila's daughter. It might be Sheila's daughter. Diane, I think that's her name. Spencer said Bradford is funny. He's playing Spinelli. I was watching an old video of him and Sonny in a room. Hmm. Yeah, Spencer, he definitely he can be funny at times. He can also be annoying at times too. So it's kind of an up and down sort of thing. Freddie says exactly. I mean, Herbert was yelling through the hospital roof about avenging her psycho daughter Esme. Exactly. And nobody heard that. No guards, none whatsoever. Nurses, nobody. Duane says Heather was loud. I didn't really think of that. I was wondering how she got that knife or whatever it was. Yeah, hacksaw. Unlimited says I don't get that impressed with Heather. Hmm, I can get that on some level. Now, Johnson says Days could end up back on NBC for a second run, airing hours after it first played. Oh, well, let me ask you a question, Jonathan. Would you want it back on the air? Valerie, what's good? Yeah, Amy should have seen Heather instead of gossiping. Valerie, it's good to see you again. Angela says Jordan Weiner is what we needed for a while. And I agree with that, Angela. ZK says, where is Cheech going with the Cyrus character? It seems like he's stuck. Yeah, I agree with that. I wasn't a fan of the whole Bible thing, but if they were going to sit there and make him a villain, that would have been cool. But they're trying to do this redemption thing, and I'm like, what the are we doing? Angela says Heather is everything is Lord that I'm not impressed by. Yeah, but that's my thing though. I just it just seems like they would just be going backwards. LaShawn says, I hope that Thomas Forrester don't go back to his old ways. He has changed. Well, here's the thing, LaShawn. If Hope gets with Finn, we know that's gonna happen. We know he's gonna go psycho. Alameda says, I think it helps that Peacock's app people watch soaps at different times. A time slot doesn't help soaps currently. That's true. That is true because I could watch it in the morning, or people could watch it at night. And yeah, Wink Wink says he dropped the ball, making Cyrus the Paul Tucker mob boss. Wink Wink. Yeah, it seems like they don't know what to do with Cyrus. They don't, and I like the actor. It's like, no, they're gonna keep him around. It's just like they don't know what to do with him. That's the problem. Spencer says, "Yeah, I don't get that as loud as Heather was. I'm surprised no one heard her yell and screaming at all this stuff. But again, it's a soap opera. Yeah, that's true, Spencer. There's times where you just have to sit there and kind of, yeah." Brenda says we need a bad villain. Jerry, Brenda, I would love if they actually got Jerry Jacks back on there. Johnson says it would be good for days to be on NBC for the people who don't have access to Peacock, but at the same time, it can still hear on Peacock the same way now. Hmm, okay, I respect that. I disagree with it a little bit, but I respect that. And I think I disagree with it because I know times is tough for people, right? And I'm not necessarily trying to wallet shame people, but when people are still complaining, oh my God, I can't believe I got to sit there and pay $5. Mother, it's just like at this point, it just, ugh. Element says they aren't doing a redemption arc with Cyrus. They want to give Laura family and they want to build the relationship with her and Cyrus, especially since Spencer is off and her other new brother is out. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm just not the same, Jonathan. Like, I know some people are still upset and they're like, I want to come back on NBC. I'm like, they were going to get rid of the show. The show was going to get canceled. I don't understand why people are like, and a new villain will be Lee. How are you doing tonight, Annie? Yeah, that's my whole thing, Jonathan. It's like I like at this point, it just it's just a little ridiculous. That's all. Wink Wink says it's going to be so awful if Lulu finally wakes up just to see her mother. Ooh. AE says tell them to dream one. Well, I would, even though I'll be a dick for it, but I would. And Tracy Steves, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Brenda said Jocelyn thinks Sunny bad against Dex. Wait for her Uncle Jim. Ooh. Hmm. Mm-mm. Now, Alyssa says, I think the ratings were so low on days they moved it to Peacock. I just don't watch Peacock for that. I also watch for wrestling. The show Found and other shows is worth the pay. No issues. Yes. I agree, Alyssa. But yes, what's good, Tracy? A says they can't, they cannot watch. Yeah, I'm just, it's one of those things. It's like if you love the show and you want to support the show, then support the show. But stop sitting there constantly being like, it's too much. I got this going on. It's $5. I spend more on I spend more on Dunkin' Donuts. I was going to say Starbucks. I spend more on Dunkin' Donuts than I do for Peacock. Like, come on, this is ridiculous at this point. Yeah, that's the thing. And some people spend more on Starbucks. Angela says honestly they should have canceled days, but it has been the only thing holding NBC up for a long time by now. Yeah, they could have. Johnson says same price you pay for coffee every day. Exactly. Melissa says I think the same thing will happen to GH if the ratings go lower than 1 mil. Ooh, I hope not. I love GH. Unlimited says NBC ratings were down across the board as well, where soaps the rating for days were misleading as are soaps ratings in general. Well, here's the thing, Freddie. Freddie says Chase should have never left Dante, and I agree with that. Dante's dumbass should have never told Chase to go back and chase those two by himself. So that was stupid. Terry Ice says Albert spends more on noodles. It's insane. It's just crazy value at this point. I mean, if you don't watch days, that's one thing. But I'm like, bro, it's like it's $4.99. Like, come on. Spencer says I feel bad for little Rocco in this situation because he doesn't have a mom and his dad could possibly die here, so the kid's going to be an orphan. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Spencer. Johnson says ABC actually recently mentioned they're happy with GH and they're going to keep it on the schedule. Yes, I heard about that as well. Heard about that as well. So, and Johnson says, but we should celebrate because we're getting a new soap opera. Exactly. Let me highlight that. We are getting a new soap opera, and that is awesome. Unlimited says Rocco will either live with Sam or Olivia. He's good. I mean, living situation wise, yes, but emotionally, Brenda says, even though I don't like Liam, but at least he was there for supporting Stuffy, unlike Finn, who should have been there to comfort his wife, just saying, I don't like Liam, that sneaky little worm. Brenda, what did Finn call him? Uh, I forgot what he called him. Unlimited. We're getting a new show called The Gates. That's going to be on NBC coming out next year. So that's the name of the new soap opera you're going to be getting. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yes, Little Puke. Thank you, and thank you, Wink Wink. I appreciate that. 5 soap operas, Jonathan. That's like 5 times. That's like 5 times the work I'm going to be doing now. I'm looking forward to it though. Yes, Little Puke. Thank you. Yeah, Valerie. Unlimited. No, it's supposed to be a daytime show. Nope, it's supposed to be a daytime show. I heard Unlimited. That's what I read. Joanne says, but somebody needs to count Sheila toes. People were making a big deal about her 9 toes. Angela says, I mean, Rocco is going to be an orphan in the closet at the. Jonathan, I would sit there and say 2 o'clock. I would say 2 o'clock, Jonathan. They're gonna push the talk to 3 o'clock, from what I heard. Yep, Angela, 4 more years. 4 more years of the great Victor Newman. Well, I mean, Ron, to be fair, he does this for a living. So, like, I do this for a living. So when we sit there and pay for it, it's not, we have more motivation for why we do it. That's the thing. Fans, on the other hand, it's a little different, but Unlimited said they can cancel the talk. Never really been, Unlimited, I'm very old school. So when I watched talk shows, it was like Ricky Lake. I don't know if anyone remember Ricky Lake, but Annie says the way Hope inserted herself. Annie is not liking Hope. Valerie says, I don't watch the talk. I prefer the view. I'm very divided about that show. Like when I okay, so when I was watching that show, they had Megan on. You know Megan McCain. So see, Jonathan, this is why I rock with you. That's that's why I rock with you. Bobby says I remember Ricky Lake, but I didn't watch. I watch every now and then. I don't watch The View as much. Yeah. Alyssa said my mom would watch The View. She loved it. Yeah, The View with Megan McCain, and Duan says, Megan McCain. Yeah, she was she was very divisive. Like she pissed me off a lot. Of course I remember Richard Bay Jonathan for so many reasons, and Jonathan, you know exactly why. You know exactly why I know who I know who Richard Bay is. Do I know who Richard Bay was? Spencer says, "I'm just glad the fans of the soap opera of General Hospital are like crazy or mad and attacking it." I'm sorry, Spencer. I know you were trying to be serious, but uh, I'm sorry. I just attacking actors. It's oof. Unlimited says I like Elizabeth more than Megan. Hmm. Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Oof. Mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. Brenda, here's the thing. I used to watch this show when I was a kid, and it used to be funny and fun to watch. And then when I grew up, I actually kind of really hated that show. Tracy says, "Do I know who?" uh, Tracy, good times. Listen, I have cable, so I had to make do. We'll leave it at that, Tracy. Johnson says, "Yep, Jenny Jones. That was another one, Jonathan." Well, I mean, I really did used to sit there and watch Ricky Lake. Richard Bay, I have reasons why I watched it, but oof, I don't know. Ron, I think after a while, this show for me just got repetitive, and it's like they would just here's the thing, they would make spectacles out of themselves. I'm like, you do got to go back home with your family. You do know that, right? Like, You got your 15 minutes of fame now. You gonna look like trash when you go back home. Unlimited says all the reality shows that got canceled, the soaps were ending up being canceled. Juan said, that's why I started watching The View. It was real talk. And Brenda says, I watched Ricky Lake, good TV. Tracy says, talk shows used to be so huge, it's crazy how they all went away. For the most part, they did, yeah. I mean, no, it was never, that's very true, wink, wink. It was, Jerry Springer was never dull. I would sit there and say that. Yeah, me too. Tracy says, I tried to watch the Tyra Bank Daytop show, I just couldn't. Valerie says, remember Sally, Jesse, Raphael? I actually do. I didn't watch the show, but I do remember that though. And Johnson says, daytime talk show dominated the night. That is very true. Oof. Jonathan, you know what was really messed up? When they said you weren't the father. That's that's when things got bad. Brenda says, Albert, what was your favorite TV game show? Um on Nickelodeon, it was called Guts. That was my favorite game show. It was called Guts. Um I used to love that show actually. I didn't watch a lot of like game shows, but Guts was great. Have a nice ZK. It was good to see you again. Alyssa said daytime talk show took over in the 90s. Yes, that's very true. Great times. Great times. A says Hollywood Square was fun. I never watched that. Ron says, Albert, did anyone in the chat saw what Cardi B was wearing and her husband was like, um, I don't know. Yeah, you can ask. Alyssa, my favorite game show was Figure It Out. What channel was that on? Valerie said, guys, yeah, I remember that. I remember, I remember that. See, that's the thing, Valerie. Like, it was funny, but like at the same time, it wasn't funny, right? Yes, like Freddie says, make sure you hit that like button because it really does actually help. It really does actually help. So thank you, Freddie. It was on Nickelodeon. I don't know how I missed that. Listen, I was a huge Nickelodeon fan when I was a kid. Oh, Johnson says my favorite kid game show was Where's Carmen San Diego. Kind of was actually, yeah, I can see that. He says Albert in the 60s and 70s, you were young. I was see, I was an 80s kid. So when I started watching this stuff, let's be honest, I should have been watching half of that stuff when I was a kid. Thank you, 11. No, it really does help actually. Like there's some new people in the chat because of that. Like you are in the chat, Brenda's in the chat, Spencer's in the chat. Johnson says, imagine if they said the DNA tests are in and you are going to have to wait. Ooh. And he says, you're an, yeah, I'm an A's kid. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. Oh, yeah, no, Lemon, I'm definitely older than you. I'm definitely older than you. Angela says, Double Dare and Guts. Like I said, Guts, yeah, Guts was my show. I mean, I'm pretty sure that show was fake, like whatever. But yeah, that was my show though. Alyssa says I'm a 90s, 2000s, so I mostly watch shows in the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, Alyssa, the shows are so much different back then. No, I never really watched. Well, I did watch the Golden Girls because my parents watched the Golden Girls. So, yep, Alyssa, I am definitely older than you. I am definitely older than you. Yeah, Tracy, that's exactly. Yeah, that was John. Actually, Tracy, that was my show as well. Starcade. I remember that show. Let's say, yeah, they were, and I wasn't old enough to watch some of those shows. Oh, listen, no, I wasn't supposed to be watching. I can't even sit there and tell you the rest of that. But yes, there was a lot of stuff I was not supposed to be watching. Like, oof. Yeah, I used to actually like that show. But see, that's the thing, Annie. So, like, when I was a kid, I used to watch that show and used to laugh at it. I don't know if I can do that now. It's like Family Matters. I don't know if I could sit there and rewatch that show and still find it funny. Yep, Duane, I used to actually watch Blossom as well. I was a very weird kid, and I'm a very weird adult, so not a damn thing actually changed. Um, yeah, I used to watch that too. Duane says Blossom is overrated to me. You know what show I used to actually really watch? Clarissa Explains It All. I used to actually really like that show as a kid. I think I just like Melissa Joan Hart, to be honest. Of course, that goes without saying, Jonathan. Yes. Mm, yeah, I did used to watch that show when I was a kid. Oh, Tracy, yep. Of course, Jonathan. That's why I was not a fan of that so-called reboot. It all was the business. Yeah, Unlimited. That was my show. Spencer says hopefully no big blank happens in a year or two because if that does, Steve will be. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep my fingers crossed for that for so many reasons. Freddie says, I wonder if Spencer's going to destroy the surveillance footage of Jason so Jagger and the FBI won't. Hmm. We will just have to wait and see. That's a good question. Oh, welcome. See, my parents watched that, and I watched reruns of it. And I do remember that show, though. It was weird. It was a hard show for me to get into, Alyssa. I mean, I like, you know, um, Hillary Duff, but yeah, I did watch that show, The Facts of Life. Facts of Life, Jesus Christ. Alyssa said, I watched that so-called Raven. Did you watch the new series after that? Like, is that show still on? Yeah, I watched that too, Jonathan. I had to. That was my show back then. Johnny Depp and some other people I can't remember, but yeah. Brenda says, remember back days when recording was 45. Oof. My VCR. I used to have to want to get that ish fixed all the time. Listen, no, I don't because it's not like that. So Raven. Happy night, Laura B. See, I used to watch that show a little bit too, Alyssa, and then Raven Simone started saying some out of pocket things, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to, I was like, Raven, I'm gonna have to leave you alone for a while. I no. Thank you, Lord. But yes, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. And well, Angela, I used to love that show, Living Singles. That was another one of my shows. I used to love Living Singles. Yep, and that was another one of my shows too, Freddie. Moesha. And then she had, yeah, Tracy. I think that's when I stopped. I love Clarissa Explain It All. Exactly, Riley. That's how I was like, ooh, Angela, Ren and Stimpy. I definitely shouldn't have. I should tell you, the truth, Angela, that show should have never been on. That should have never been a kid's show. Like, ever. Like, that show is straight up gross. I used to love that show as a kid, but that show was straight up gross. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Unlimited. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does help. We got some new people in it because of that. Spencer says, did you think Billy Murray got rest his soul or Steve Burr was better? Um, Spencer, I hope that he actually got rest. Um, I hope he got the peace and the afterward that he didn't get in in life. That's what I'll sit there and say about that. Oh, yeah, Jonathan, I used to actually watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper. And Annie says Degrassi Junior High School is unbelievable. I watched Next Generation. Um, but yeah, Spencer, I hope that he got the peace and depth that he didn't get in life. I tried to watch that show, Alyssa, but once she starts laughing, I just and she's hot, but oof. Brenda says Family Matters, yes, and Martin was my show. I agree with both of them. But I'll be honest, Brenda, you can't do Martin now. Alyssa says I watched the grassy sea. I knew it was another reason why I rock with you, Alyssa. I knew it was another reason why I rock with you. Johnson said they're giving a game show on B&B. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I actually haven't watched BT. Haven't watched MTV in a while too, though. Unlimited says Degrassi is the business. Yeah, Unlimited. Degrassi was that show that went from 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. Like I would definitely love the beginning of the Next Generation with the original cast. That will still be my favorite to this day. Yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, Alyssa, this is why I can't take Drake seriously. Exactly why I can't take him seriously as a rapper. I'm not even joking about that. And he said I watch much music like, yeah, I did too. I did used to actually really love that channel. Brenda says, what do you mean I can't do no 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 Brenda, no. I said that like I love Martin back then. I'm saying that like now you couldn't do Martin now. Like Martin now, like Martin back you couldn't bring Martin into this era because I mean I love that show, but there's certain things you just can't get away with now. That's what I mean. Exactly, Unlimited. It would have got canceled. Yep, the end. Radio Free Roscoe. Don't forget that. But yeah, that's what I meant, Brenda. Like Martin would have got canceled. You, Angela says, I never knew Degrassi until they started talking about Angela. The beginning of the Next Generation is great, and Alyssa, the first season were fire. After that, yeah, I agree with that. Oh yeah, no, Jonathan, that was my show as well. And Alyssa also watched Radio Free. God damn it, Alyssa. See, I know it's not the reason why I rock with you. Brenda says, I mean, I watched Martin back in the day, not Martin. No, 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 no. I know. No, I used to watch it back in the day too, Brenda. I was just saying, like I used to love Martin back in the day. I just couldn't. I couldn't see it being made now. Well, I can see it lasting in today, but yes. Alyssa, how was that show anyway? Let me say, Raider Free Roscoe was again the business and instant started, and the end had a lineup. Yeah, I used to spend my Friday nights there watching that stuff. I didn't actually go out and like do fun stuff until like later on. But that was literally my Friday night stuff. Johnson says I stopped watching Degrassi after all the original cast. Yeah. Freddie says now Martin was a classic. We don't need a reboot. No. I mean, Freddie, it's not even so much a reboot. It's like I don't think that it would survive. Yeah, that's what I mean, Brenda. I don't think it would survive. Like I used to love that, but yeah, me too, Angela. I mean, I feel old now, but yes, me too. That was my show. Johnson says, "Do you remember the animated show called The End?" No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, no, I agree with that, Alyssa. I mean, Casey Stills was everything. Casey Stills is everything. So yeah, I agree with that, Alyssa. Yeah, I agree with that too. A element says literally no one understood the point he was making about Martin. There we go. And Annie says Three's Company also wouldn't have happened today, sadly. And she is 100%. Yeah. What? Annie said there's a warning on the channel before Three's Company comes on. Oh, that's crazy. Johnson says Casey is rhyming with Lacey. Hmm? Angela says that my daughter had Hannah Montana everything. Hmm. Alyssa, yeah, the end was wild, but had good shows. The channel came out. Oof. Alyssa, could we all just sit there and just take a moment to think about that? That it came out 22 years ago? That we watched that stuff 22. Oof, okay, now that's kind of depressing. Um, okay. As much as I would love to sit there and continue this, I do got to go to bed kind of early. And I was also supposed to sit there in this live stream like a half an hour ago. Of course, that doesn't really happen anymore. So we're going to end it here. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. Y'all made this night interesting. Y'all made this night fun. Y'all made this stream fun. So I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alyssa, I was 10 when it. Ooh, Alyssa, you know what? Somehow that makes me feel even older. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alyssa. Brenda says, Albert, who was your favorite comedian? Mine was Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, and Dave Chappelle. I like Dave Chappelle, and I also like, oh, that was his name. Have a good night, Susan. Thank you for joining. Ooh, yep. Alyssa, and now I'm 40. That's awesome. What's the name of the show? I can't think of that guy. I do like Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle, but it's somebody else though too. Well, Brenda, if you come back tomorrow, I will sit there and tell you because I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Have a night, cherry ice cream. The hell's his name? Who's a short comedian that makes fun of his family a lot? Freddie says, "I can't believe people are attacking Beyonce for making a country album of Texas." Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that either. It is a trash song, though. I will sit there and say that she's done better. The hell is his name? He was in a movie with The Rock. Okay, I can't go before I think of the name of that movie of that comedian. Kevin Hart. There we go. Kevin Hart. Okay, it's official. I'm getting old now. All right, but have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you for joining. Oh, Spencer, my friend was a huge fan of Glee. Thank you, Jonathan. I really was not going to turn off the stream until I actually thought of his name. And thank you, Andy, for joining. I appreciate you. It was really great to have you in the chat. Angela, Alyssa, Jonathan, Spencer. Yes, Johnson says, join us for another edition of Soap Chat with Abby Bostic. But it was also Soap Chat and Nostalgia TV, when you think about it. And he says, do some movie reviews. I plan on doing that as well. So thank you, and yes. I actually liked a couple of reviews I did, so I would definitely be doing that. I never actually watched the show, Angela, but Bernie Mac was funny though. Yes, Jonathan, thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. And Freddie as well. Thank you. Thank you, Freddie, and thank you, Jonathan. Make sure you hit that like button because we got some new people in it because of it. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. This live stream was fun because of y'all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Laters.